Princess Charlotte unexpectedly became the focal point during Princess Catherine's rare Easter appearance, not through words, but through a quiet, unspoken connection. As the two walked out of St. George's Chapel together, there was no grand gesture, no formal statement, just a soft, private exchange between mother and daughter. In the context of the Princess of Wales's recent challenges, the moment seemed to carry deeper meaning beneath its simplicity. So what was really being revealed in that understated interaction? The setting was the traditional Easter Matin service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, held on April 5th. Members of the royal family gathered as they do each year, but this time carried added significance. It marked one of the first major public appearances for the Princess of Wales following a deeply personal health journey that had kept her largely out of the spotlight. It happened afterward, quietly, almost effortlessly, as Catherine and Charlotte walked side by side, leaving the chapel grounds. Charlotte, now 10 years old, matched her mother's pace with surprising ease. A shared glance here, a soft exchange there. It's the kind of moment that doesn't demand attention, but somehow holds it anyway. And in the context of Catherine's return, it carried even more weight. After stepping back from public duties due to her health, her reappearance wasn't marked by speeches or statements. Instead, it was defined by presence, steady, composed, and quietly reassuring. Walking beside her daughter, she didn't just return as a senior royal figure, but as a mother. That balance is becoming a defining feature of how the Wales family presents itself. And Charlotte? She's evolving right in front of us. A level of ease. A sense of awareness. She wasn't simply accompanying her parents anymore. She was participating, engaging, holding her place within the family dynamic. Earlier in the day, she was seen sharing a quieter moment with Prince William, looking up at him as they walked, in what appeared to be a light, familiar exchange. And outside the chapel, King Charles III acknowledged her with a small but affectionate gesture. A young royal who is learning, not through rigid formality, but through lived experience. And honestly, that might be the bigger shift happening here. Because if you look closely, the royal family's public image is changing. Slowly but intentionally. Less focus on grandeur. Moments like this, unscripted, understated, are becoming central to how they connect with the public. Even their coordinated outfits, something that's long been part of Catherine and Charlotte's appearances, felt less about presentation and more about subtle unity. We've seen glimpses of this dynamic before. Like during the Together at Christmas Carol service, when Catherine and Charlotte shared a piano performance. Another moment that blended tradition with something more personal. But this Easter moment felt different. More grounded. More reflective. Catherine's absence had been felt. And her return, while quiet, was deeply symbolic. And walking beside her, Charlotte seemed to represent something else entirely. Continuity. A next generation that is being introduced not through rigid expectations, but through gradual exposure. A sense of normalcy, even within an institution known for its formality. With the above information, I feel like this is exactly the direction the royal family is moving toward. Keeping tradition intact, but softening the edges. Allowing space for genuine connection to show through. Moments that feel real. And as Catherine and Charlotte walked away from the chapel that day, hand in hand, it left behind more than just a visual. A reminder that sometimes, the most powerful statements aren't made with words. So now I'm curious, what did you see in that moment? Was it simply a sweet interaction between mother and daughter? Or something more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy thoughtful, in-depth royal stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next one. Because sometimes, the smallest moments tell the biggest stories.